Hey everyone, I am Veronica, and I am at Mission San Juan in San Antonio, Texas. So excited to be here. Today I'm going to share with you a secret about a manifesting mistake that I see happen all the time. It may be something that you are doing wrong right now. It involves a specific person. So if you are trying to manifest a specific person, or even just love in general, maybe you are making this mistake. So you definitely want to stay tuned. And don't worry, I won't wait long to get to the juicy stuff. But I do just want to say before we begin, subscribe, you know the drill, hit the bell icon. And also check out my coaching programs and my one-on-one coaching at veronicaisles.com. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff. This mistake that I commonly see happen is that someone learns about the law of attraction or manifesting. They decide to manifest a specific person. They decide to become super positive, super charged. They do visualizations, meditations. They feel very much at one, very much at peace with the ideal outcome. But then they make this one mistake, and that is testing to see if their manifesting is working. It almost sounds logical, like if you're feeling that good, that high vibration, that love, that surely you must test it, right? No. Don't do this. The problem is that usually someone will test it by contacting their specific person and assuming that if they feel so in line with this love inside of them and so in line with this other person desiring them, that they must act upon it. A lot of times people mistake this for inspired action. It's not inspired action at all. It is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make, and it just pushes back your progress. Because what you're doing by contacting them, basically you have misaligned. You're no longer aligned with that love that you were feeling when you were doing the meditations, when you were doing the visualizations. What you were instead aligned with was this idea that the other person didn't feel that way, so you had to push along the action. You had to move things forward. Usually people test it out because they're tired of waiting. And they want to kind of advance things and get things moving along. That doesn't make things happen faster. In fact, that only makes things happen slower, because then it kind of halts the progress that you were making and that you were feeling. And then you get all confused, and then you turn to lack, and you know the story. Again, the problem with that is that it's not coming from a place of abundance. If you were truly loyal to all of the things that you were feeling, of this other person loving you, of this other person being abundant in your life, then you wouldn't even feel the need to, quote unquote, test it out. You wouldn't feel the need to move things along, because you would feel so enriched by the end result, which is being together, that it would feel like you already possessed it, that it would feel like you didn't even need it in the physical. So why would you reach out? Why would you test it? There would be nothing to test. So when you test it, you're actually proving to the universe, to your manifesting abilities, that you actually don't believe it, that you think that you are still holding on so tightly, feeling like you need to control the situation. Basically, that's control, because you've hit so many of the important parts, like you visualized, you've done work on self-love, you've felt the love, you've felt the detachment, but you were still attached and needing to control and needing to push things along. So you weren't loyal to all of that. You weren't faithful. You were still clutching. So if you were really at one and you were really in that abundant state, you would never contact them. You would let it happen naturally, because you would know that by living all of these things in your imagination, by feeling this abundance, by feeling this newfound of self-worth, that it would inevitably happen. There was nothing to seek out, nothing to test, nothing more needed from you. Now I know that this gets confusing. Because when you're trying to manifest other things, other action is involved. So it almost feels like, in terms of a specific person or a love relationship, that you're like sitting around and doing nothing. But trust me, it's coming from someone who used to have a failed love life that was just a mess, to someone who now has a very successful love life, who is now adored by the person who once rejected me. Trust me, it works. You should never test things out. Even in terms of like manifesting money. Like it would be completely foolish to test out your feelings of being a millionaire by maxing out all of your credit cards. With something like manifesting money, you obviously want to take action by looking for opportunities to make money, but you're not going to control the situation by buying 1,000 lottery tickets and saying, well, I have to do this. I'm testing it out. That would be the equivalent of testing things out by contacting your specific person. Now, I see this happen all the time, and I get asked the question, why didn't it work? Why did it fail? Well, because you didn't actually do it right. You didn't follow the steps right. It's ask, believe, receive. Where in ask, believe, receive does it say, ask, believe, then contact? No. It's ask, believe, receive. There is no ask, believe, then take action and receive. There's none of that. It's ask, believe, receive. Say it with me again, because I keep saying it. Ask, believe, receive. And this is all in your hands. All in your hands. If you have made mistakes before, say you've made this very mistake that I am speaking of, it is okay. All hope is not lost. You have not messed up beyond repair, but you need to start taking action now. And what I mean by taking action is to stop believing in something and then testing it out. Now, if you've made this mistake, because I'm going to guess a lot of you have, and that's why you wound up on this video, I want you to forgive yourself. I want you to affirm that everything is all still possible. In fact, if you were in such a loving high vibration, you can actually return to that state. A lot of times when you choose to test it out and you get rejected, you end up feeling deflated. So there's that sort of recovery period of having to build yourself back up to the place that you were in before. But you can absolutely do this, and you can actually continue where you left off. Fully allow things to come together, whether it is this person contacting you or life just thrusting you together, whatever it is, just trust, believe, and you will receive. Again, if you messed up, it's okay. Don't feel stupid. Don't blame yourself. Don't kick yourself down. Like, don't be an inner bully. You have to believe in yourself in order for this to work, because you want to attract someone else to love you. So you have to believe in yourself. Otherwise, how is this person going to believe in you? Okay, so that is Mission San Juan behind me. And if you are ever in San Antonio, make sure you put in your GPS Mission San Juan and not San Juan Mission, because if you put San Juan Mission, it will take you to an apartment complex, some sort of townhomes. It definitely wasn't this. I did that, so learn from my experience. Okay, study with me, veronicaisles.com, study with Veronica, learn about my story, learn about how I overcame failure in my love life and money and in my physical well-being, all of it, transformed all of it. You can do it too. I love all of you. I make all of these videos to help make your life better. I want you to succeed, and I want you to know you can succeed. Have an amazing day.